Hi, the purpose of this video is to demonstrate from the student perspective how to view grades in Connect and also in PAWS. And it's important to be able to look at them in both systems, and I'll explain why. So I'm going to start by looking at my grades in Connect. And this happens to be 2020 summer and this international business course. And I am going in as you probably can't see this, but it says demonstration student. So this is just a pretend account, a demonstration account that I have. So, consequently, some information is going to be complete. I am not as good of a student as I know the people watching this video are excellent students. Okay. When you come in to Connect, you're going to see all your assignments, and over here on this left-hand side, you are going to see a variety of icons, and I encourage you to explore those because each offers you different information. For example, what do I need to do right now? Ooh, I've got some assignments that I need to be working on right now. I've got a test that I need to be working on right now. There's a calendar view, very quickly, and you can explore that. There's this lectern or podium that you can see here, and you may have multiple classes that you're attending that use Connect, so you can pick your class and look just at those assignments, and they're organized by folders. You see all that information. Okay, but what I want to show you today is results. See this results? And Insight's kind of fun to explore also, but I'm going to focus on results. And here's my class, 2360 International Business. Now, here's the first mistake that a lot of students make. They look at this summary, and I'm going to pick on this one in particular because see my Chapter 1 quiz here, and it tells me that my grade is an 84.44% and that I took 3 attempts at it. And a lot of students will stop there and, quite frankly, might get upset because they'll say, I know I had a higher score. I know I did. Well, remember that Connect is not, well, let me say this. This is an average. This is an average for all 3 of those attempts. So if I expand the category, I can see here that one of my attempts was a 93. Now, you have to look at your syllabus, and I'm referencing the syllabus only for this class during the summer session, very specifically for the instructor, because your syllabus is your guide. And if you look at the explanation in the syllabus about how your quiz grades, not all of the grades, but how your quiz grade is recorded, it says that I use only the highest score, no matter when it occurred. Wow, that's so great. You have a great teacher. Okay, so what you would expect to see in PAWS is that your grade for that is a 14 out of 15 or a 93.33% because that is your highest grade. Okay, so you see the first significant difference. That being said, I always like to be able to see my grades in PAWS because it tells me if I haven't been doing so well on an assignment. Okay, so here's a great example. Chapter 3, I only have a 38% on my Learn Smart. So if I see that I have an assignment where I have a low score, like maybe I have only done attempt 1 on the Chapter 2 interactive homework, and I know my grade is a 67. Well, I don't want to just say, okay, I've got a 67, let's leave it at that. Because in my syllabus for this summer semester, for this particular course, I want to look and see if I'm allowed to repeat this assignment to improve my score. And if I am, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, yes, then I should, right? Because I want to get the best grade possible. So I may want to go out there and take that quiz again to improve my score. Because again, you have to look at the syllabus, but can I take it again? Will any points be deducted? Am I going to get the average of all the scores, or am I only going to get the highest score? And I think you have some good things in your syllabus that you want to explore and take advantage of those. Okay, so that's very simple, how to look at your scores in Connect. Now, I will give you one little hiccup, I guess, which is the Smart Book, the Learn Smart or Smart Book scores. These are typically only available after the due date. And the reason for that is because it is not like a regular quiz, right? you have 100% on the percent that is completed, and you can keep working on it until the due date. So the way that you get 100% on your SmartBook is you answer all the questions. If you have only answered 80% of the questions, then you have 80%. So there's always a counter of how many questions that you have for the SmartBook, and you want to answer all of them. But especially with the interactive homework or quiz scores or test scores, you can come back in and you can look. Just remember, I apologize, just remember that initially you will see only a summary, and that summary is an average of the scores. And that's not the grade that I use, but every instructor can be different, so you want to use your syllabus. I use the highest attempt, and I always email you and I say go look in PAWS and make sure that that grade is accurate, right? So what you would do is you would come over to PAWS, you would log into PAWS, open our course, and the way that you look at grades is you click on assessment and you click on grades. The most important thing is to scroll down. If you are not scrolling down, you're missing all of the data. Okay, now, an important thing that you're going to look for is you're going to look to see that it says grades posted. Because if I were to see just a 0 here, in fact, let me scroll down. See how I see zeros? Well, you have not yet done Chapter 9, Chapter 13, or Chapter 15. Now, you might be saying, but yes, I have. I have completed Chapter 9. But the class has not. The due date for the class has not passed. Only after, because I want to give you time to go do as many attempts as you want. So once you've, the due date is passed, there's no more attempts, I go out into Connect, I look at your highest attempt, and I record that highest attempt, and I put grades posted, and I email the class, and I always ask you to make it a priority to look at your grades. Now, while I'm in here, I am going to just go ahead and tell you one more thing, which is this red dropped. Sometimes that concerns students, and you say, well, if that grade was dropped, why should I even do Chapter 8? No, no, no. Please never ever say that, because what is happening is that PAWS is trying to calculate your score in this category. And it knows that you have one grade in this category of the Chapter SmartBook that will be dropped. And as it's looking through your grades, it says, well, this is the lowest, this one right here. It's a 0, so I'm going to drop that one. Well, once I actually record the grade, your score for that, it may not be the lowest grade, right? Maybe you had something way back here that was a lower grade that will be dropped. Okay, so it'll it looks for the lowest grade and it drops it, and you'll see that in each category because, gosh, this is I take only the highest score. I give you lots of attempts on your assignments, and across all your scores in these categories, I'm sorry, let me go down. In your Chapter SmartBook, I dropped the lowest grade. In your interactive homework, I dropped the lowest grade. And in your chapter quizzes, I dropped the lowest grade. Let me scroll down. Look at all that feedback for the module discussions. Now, there's no drop grade for the discussions, but your test, I will drop your lowest test score, right? And again, see, like I might be concerned right now. I might say to myself, but I've already completed the Module 2 test. Well, the due date for that assignment has not yet passed, and so the grade has not yet been recorded. And I know that because there's nothing over here that says that the grade was posted. For my Module 1 test, I see that the grade was posted. So if I made something other than a 90% on that test, if I made 100%, then you may want to email me and say, Dr. McGrory, I think you recorded my grade incorrectly, and if that happens, and I am human, I do make mistakes, and I really apologize, I will fix it in a flash. I don't have any problem saying, you're right, I made an error, and let me correct it. So, okay, so one final note as we talk about, how to view these grades. We've looked at Connect, and we've looked at PAWS. When it comes time to calculate your final grade in the course, in other words, the grade I put out there that will ultimately go on your official transcript, I do not look at Connect at all. What I do is I look at PAWS, because every time the due date has passed for a Connect assignment, I record those grades in PAWS. I type that the grade has been posted. I email you and say, the grade has been posted, please look at it and make sure that it's accurate. And so as we have progressed throughout the semester, you're aware of your grades, you're looking at your grades, and you're making sure that they're accurate. Consequently, at the end of the semester, there's no need to go back and look at Chapter 1. There's no need to go back and look at Chapter 2, because you were asked at that time to notify me of any errors by a due date, and that has always been given an email to you. So if you did not email me saying there was a mistake, then there was no mistake, and that's all, in the past. We can't go back and say, let's talk, now that we're finished with the semester, let's talk about Chapter 1, because I didn't want to look at it. And I'll just take a moment and say, I do have students who will say, well, I know you sent the email, but I didn't read it. Okay, I wonder how you would feel if I said that to you. So I do expect that you read the email. If you choose not to, that is your choice. You are an adult, and the consequence is, of course, that the grade will not be changed. So make that time. It is important, and I do want you to get every point that you earn, and I try hard to be accurate, and you're an important part of that process, and I need your help on that. So, again, I email you, I make a note on the grade, and I always ask you, how do we look at grades? In PAWS, we go into our course, assessment, grades, takes us right to this page, and then we scroll down. We want to make sure that we get lots and get all the feedback. Especially consider with this discussion board, there might be some notes in here that will help me do better the next time I make a post. Okay, now again, how do I look at my grades in Connect? We logged into Connect, we clicked on this icon over here on the side. It's supposed to look like a graph. We go to results, we pick our class. When we first come in, we're going to see averages, but we know that for our class, it depends on your syllabus. Make sure you're looking at the syllabus. Depends on the course, depends on the semester. But in this particular course, in this particular semester, we're looking at highest attempts. Okay, so I hope that helps. Thank you very much. Have a great day.